and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Natasha Kirchuk here with ILTV's Morning Briefing. The search for people trapped beneath the rubble of a fatal construction accident in Tel Aviv continues. Yesterday morning, a 4-story underground parking garage collapsed due to faulty structural issues, killing 3 people and leaving over 24 wounded. There are still at least 4 construction workers stuck at the tragic site, and around 500 Israeli soldiers, security officers, and civilian rescuers have been working overnight to try to release them. There was some contact with those trapped earlier on Monday, but authorities claim there's been no response since the late afternoon. Israeli forces are prepared to continue rescue operations throughout the night to save as many lives as possible. A Turkish aid ship carrying humanitarian aid for the Gaza Strip has docked in Israel. The ship contains around 120 containers of food and equipment and will be transferred from Israel's Ashdod port through a ground crossing. The shipment includes basic items such as rice, sugar, flour, clothing, school equipment, and bicycles, and it represents a second batch of aid from Turkey since the country signed a reconciliation deal with Israel. The new deal will allow for Turkey to provide humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip through Israel in order to ensure that the goods go to the needy and not to terror organizations. Palestinians in northern Gaza fired across a border at Israeli soldiers overnight on Monday, the latest in a series of cross-border skirmishes. IDF tanks returned fire at 2 Hamas posts in Gaza, which Palestinian media sources reported were buildings belonging to the Izz ad-Din al-Qassam brigades, Hamas's military wing. No injuries were reported on either side. This is a second such incident in recent days. On Saturday night, Palestinians opened fire at an IDF force also on a routine patrol near the security fence between Israel and the northern Gaza Strip. There were no casualties from that attack, and soldiers returned fire on a known Hamas position. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas has agreed on a Russian proposal to meet Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, according to the Interfax news agency quoting the Palestinian embassy in Moscow. Netanyahu has said he is open to such a meeting together with Russian President Vladimir Putin. The Prime Minister's office says that Netanyahu is always ready to meet with President Abbas directly and without preconditions, and he is therefore reviewing the Russian president's proposal. Bogdanoff is expected to travel to Ramallah today for talks with Palestinian officials. Palestinian leaders have previously said that an Abbas-Netanyahu meeting would lead nowhere without a freeze on Israeli settlement building and the release of the 4th group of Palestinian prisoners. That's all for now. I'm Natasha Kirchuk, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.